Hi guys, welcome to Manhood Explained. My name is Camille. Today is 30th of May 2020. Welcome to video number 155. And today we're basically going to talk about the kind of end of the road, is where you basically decide to end up the relationship. In layman's term, how to dump your girl. And as I said yesterday, I'm going to say it again today. I'm the last person who's going to condone kind of destroying the relationship. I would always say try to make it work. And there's a few different reasons for it, but just to name a few. First of all, if you started to build something, why would you destroy it? It's like it's easier to kind of tweak this or that and make it happen, even though in context of relationship it might seem like impossible task. But trust me, it's easier to kind of tweak some things and work it out than build it from grounds up. Especially if you had some time that you spent with yourself, like not a week, but then maybe months or years. And second, if it was started because of your love, because you've seen something in this person, that's why you decided to be together. It's like, destroying it, it's like leaving open wound that will never heal. Because that's gonna be, especially for us guys, that's gonna be like a fail that we were not able to make it work. And that's why this whole project, and it's kind of targeted to us guys, because many things, I would say even most of things in relationship is in our hands. So that's why I'm saying not dump your girl, try to work it out and let me help you if you're having issues with this. Saying that more or less. But there are just few situations that I really see that it's kind of legitimate argument to dump your girl. Those gonna be really extremes. Like, I don't know, maybe she's cheating on you and it's not the first time. You told her that it's not acceptable, but she's doing it again, and then you say sorry, but it's too much. I'm not able to handle it. We are together or not, and you consciously decided that you want to be with someone else. So I'm done. I would say that's a legitimate thing. Or I don't know, something extreme. I don't know, maybe she got mad, maybe she tried to kill you in your sleep. That's just justifiable, right? But in any other case, I would say work it out. But let's say, for whatever reason, you got to the point you say, listen, from my side, that's it. I'm sorry, but that's all I can do, and for me, this relationship just ended. I want you to know what you're supposed to understand, how you're supposed to look at it to get the best out of it, for lack of a better word. Because the one thing that I want kind of to concentrate on today is that you leaving your girl and how you do it tells more about yourself than you can imagine. And my goal is to make you someone who's going to be proud how you dealt with this. I want you to go as far as you can from being this, wussy boy who's basically is not able to handle situations like this. But I don't want to go ahead of myself. So there are few things that we do, and they might happen, and you may make this thing happen in your relationship. And I want you to kind of look at it from this perspective. What does it tell about me? And how would I want to make it happen so I would feel like a guy that have respect to myself or for myself? So first of all, there are guys who basically decide to dump a girl without saying anything. They just decide, I'm gone. No, ciao bella. Just block the door behind me. I'm gone. It's like, what does it tell you about this guy? And I know this kind of guy because, one of my friends, after a few years of a relationship, she basically was dumped like this. And until today, even though years passed, she still doesn't know why. What was the reason? Because the guy just, completely stonewalled himself and he stopped talking and he just left. And, she has some idea, probably, but she'll never know. And how does that leave that girl? But again, what does it say about the guy? It's completely immature, complete childish behavior, completely, he was wuss. He didn't have balls to say, listen, girl, this and this is the reason, and I'm done. At least she would know what was the problem. So don't be that guy. Don't leave her without saying what happened. Second thing, don't leave her for some, propped up on some propped up charges, like benign reasons. And I hear so many people say, we talked about it, we thought a lot about what we're supposed to do, and we got to the point that we've got a conflict of characters, and being adults, we just sit down and decided to split apart because we don't want to hurt each other. It's just like, really? For me, as a person who has have almost 20 years of experience in marriage, I would say this is like someone telling me, we've seen that there are some differences, we would have to work on them, but we don't want to waste time on it, and we basically decided to split. It's like, I know, I heard this is popular today, splitting on using text. Like, really? What is it, like you're canceling your restaurant or dentist appointment? Like, really? That was the level of respect that you had for this girl, just to send her the text? That tells me that the person who's doing something like this is completely immature. You act like a child, and you show how much respect and how much that meant for you, if that's what you're able to do. So that's why don't use any propped up, it's better to say, listen, I know that we're going to work on this, and we probably would be able to make it or not. But I honestly, I'm so concerned about myself, and I just don't want to work on it. Be at least honest to say that you just don't. That's going to be more honest than just have this, this speech that you'll give to everyone just to not feel guilty that you basically quit on something that was probably benign. And you see, I'll tell you this story because, it happened to one of my friends. I talked to her. She was in a relationship with the guy, I think somewhere in high school, and I think he was somehow important because she was not able to go over this split for a few years. But when I start kind of pushing her and asking her, what happened? Tell me what happened. Why did you split? What was the reason? And she was kind enough to open up a little bit. And she said, we had a great time. Then he started to make me angry. And so I just pushed her. I'm like, okay, but did you talk with him about it? What was the reason? And she basically, after, a few minutes, she just stopped and said to me, I think you know where you're going with this. And, looking at it from today's perspective, I think I just didn't care at the end. And then for like 3 or 4 years, she was not able to kind of go over that split. So, like, where's the sense, where's the logic in all of this? So don't be that guy that's going to split and then, that was a girl, so that's kind of a different situation. They're more emotional, so maybe that was much less on him, much more on her. But then I saw a guy, and I told you about it in one of the videos, that someone just said, I could be with that girl, but I was too young and too dumb to understand that she was so important. And now when I know that she was probably the one, because I'm thinking about her a lot, now she has kids and the husband, and there's not going to happen. All I get is basically a regret that she was the one and I was too stupid to kind of, to kind of take her because she was, offering to be with him, this kind of stuff. So don't be the person who's, because of like stupid or your own stupidity, basically you'll do something that will bite you in the end, because the regret is a nasty thing, because you cannot change the past. So don't put yourself in this position. So first of all, don't dump anyone without telling them the reason. Don't be this weak guy. Second, don't be stupid, because stupidity will come back like a karma and slap you in the face. You're going to regret it. And point number 3, you can go even farther, and I can see that some of us guys do this thing. That you act like someone who is having a job, and you hate this job. Maybe you liked it at the beginning, but you hate this job at the end. But you're not going to say anything, you're not going to do anything. You're going to prolong being in that company as long as you find another job. And the moment you're gonna sign the papers with them, or some kind of agreement, you're gonna get back to your old job and just say I'm quit, and you'll say something like screw you all. And this is exactly the same, that this kind of mindset, this kind of weak and sleazy way of thinking, will bring that to our relationship. And I see that many times. The guys start to behave strange. He's being absent. He is just like, something's wrong, and I'm saying this guy's having someone else. Period. And 2 weeks later, it's exactly that. Because you want to get out of this situation, get out of this ship, and you've got ticket to another one, and half of your stuff is already there. So you're gonna lie, and you're gonna be this sleazy person who just want to have this place until you're sure that the other one, it's yours, and then you're just gonna switch. And that's one of the most I don't know, it's like a flagship example of this sleazy and so this low kind of behavior. You're going to basically show how weak you are, because you don't have balls to say, listen babe, it's not working out, this is what I want, this is what I would like to look like, and what can we do? And if she fails, then you can say, listen, I'm sorry, that's it for me, I'm going to look for someone else. No, you're gonna be there, you're gonna lie as long as you're gonna be there, because you've got someone, because you feel safe somehow in this relationship, until someone else will show up, and you'll have this seat there. So then you'll be able to switch, so you'll not lose anything. You don't have this moment that you don't have the person that you can be. You know what I'm saying? This is so weak and so lame that it's hard to even talk about it. And some of you, and if you are the one of these people that do something like this. You see, the whole idea behind this video is to tell you, listen, be someone who have guts, to have honor, to respect your own name, to respect yourself. If you want to quit, tell her that you want to quit. If you see that something's not wrong, you have courage to say, listen, it's not working, let's fix it, or I'm gone. Be honest. First of all, be honest with yourself, and act like a person who you would like to know and respect. I want you to be able to look at yourself in the mirror and say, I respect myself. How I handled this, that was awesome. I couldn't do anything better. Because the rest of the guys will be completely lame and terrible. And that's why women don't trust us. That's why this whole thing looks like it looks like, because we want sex. And if something is there, then it crumbles, because we don't have guts to act like someone who has some level, at least some level of honor. Listen, this is what I want you to take from this video. Making a tough decision in whatever happens in your life will tell you about yourself more than anything else, basically. And what I want you to be able to have is the mindset to observe yourself, how I behave, how I approach this kind of situations. Because I want you to be able to make decisions consciously, so you'll be able to respect yourself. Today, and maybe in 10 years, you're going to look at yourself in the mirror, think about the girl, and say, yep, I did everything I could to make this relationship work. It didn't work out, and I had enough honor and guts to respect her, and ended up as it's supposed to be done. The most humane way. And I heard that many times, that girls were saying, listen, he dumped me, and it hurt, but I understand, I see my mistakes right now, and the way he did this, I totally respect him. And I heard it myself. This is exactly what I want you to be able to hear from other people about you, that whatever happened, at least they respect you for how you handled this. So think about it and do something about it, because whether you'll be able to say or hear something about yourself or not is based exactly on situations like this. So don't fail. If you like this video, like, share, comment. If you didn't, Comment as well, give me a shout what is your point of view on the subject. And if there's anything you want me to record about, just give me a shout, I'll be glad to do it for you. That being said, see you tomorrow.